I said I want to get to some graphs today. But refresh my memory. What's the very first thing that I have to do in order to graph?
The domain.
And
vertical asymptotes.
And vertical asymptotes. Okay? So how do I go about doing that?
Set the denominator equal to 0.
Denominator, that is where my denominator is equal to 0. Those are my vertical asymptotes. Wherever my denominator is equal to 0. So we've done that. Then, what's the next thing that we do when we do? Find my ha? Find my ha-ha, clit, and dicks? What?
Oh, yes, play.
Because you went red light, green light, you know.
No, I understand.
Okay. Alright. So, how do I find my ha-ha, clit, and dicks?
You first got a draft.
You got drafted out of Alabama. Yeah. Probably do some scouting.
True, very true. And then you set your numerator equal to 0.
No!
It's like the 3 rules thing.
It's what's the 3 rules thingy?
Oh.
The top degree is bigger than the bottom degree.
That's
If top is bigger than bottom, none.
Right. The bottom's bigger than the top.
Y equals 0, which is different than what you had said the first time. I think I went with red for these. Isn't it? Or is... No, I can't just go with it. That was a little OCD break right there. Yeah. We're in the right color scheme. Okay? What's my other one? If they're equal, it's y equals a over b. And where do I get a from?
the numerator coefficient b.
The lead coefficient of the numerator. Where do I get b from? The coefficient of the denominator. Okay, and so that's comparing degrees. Okay, fantastic. What do we do next? Find my yint. Okay. How? This one's green, I know that. How do I find my yint?
Plug 0 in for x.
Plug 0 in for x. So I'm finding f of 0. Right? And how do I give that? Point form. So it's going to be 0, comma, some number. Okay. Next. Find my zint. Or my, what do we say, zint? Zint. How do I find my zint? This is purple.
Find the numerator equal to 0.
This is where I set my numerator. Equal to 0. Okay. And this one's going to be of the form some number, comma 0. Now my question to you is, how many yints can I have?
1 yin.
1 or none. Because if I have a vertical asymptote at x equals 0, I don't have any y-intercept. Okay? So I could have 1 or none there. How many x-intercepts can I have?
As many as you want.
Can I have none?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can have none, or as many as the numerator gives me. Okay? The degree of the numerator will then tell me how many I have. Okay? What's next? T-charts. Find additional key points to complete the graph. We said we did that in T-chart form, which is so basically we're making the graph. Okay? Right? Ready to try it? Here we go. Go. You want to try it by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So, step number one. Step number one says, what is the domain? All real numbers. But x cannot equal 2. Do we agree with all real numbers, but x cannot equal 2?
Yes.
So that tells me what for a va?
X equals 2.
X equals 2 is my va. So let's put my va on the graph. Next. What is next? What is my ha clean tone dx? Y equals 0. Because what is the degree on the top?
0.
0 is the degree up top. Because there is no variable, so the degree is 0. What is the degree on the bottom? 1. So it's small over big, or top is less than bottom. Bottom is bigger. Y equals 0 is my ha. Yint. What is my yint? That's a number. What do you got, Mace? 0, comma, negative 3/2. Whereabouts is negative 3/2? Negative 1.5. Okay, so that's right about there. X-intercept. None. Because can 3 ever be 0? No, 3 is 3, not 0. So there is no x-intercept. So that would be like on last week's quiz. We would put none for that case. X-intercept, none. None for the x-intercept. Very nice.
But I thought you said like some points that you can cross the x.
This one we do not cross because the numerator cannot be 0.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Alright? So, now we just gotta pick some other points. Pick some other points. Oh, let's go with 1 and negative 10. If I put 1 in there, 2 minus 1 is? 2 minus 1 is negative 41?
Negatory 1.
Oh, negatory 1. I thought I heard negative 41. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, exactly. So that's going to be 3 over negative 1, which we'll call negative 3. So that'd be right about there. And I got to go negative 10. That's going to be 3 over negative 12, which is negative 1/4. So that's going to be right in about there. Do I have enough points on the left side of my vertical asymptote?
Yeah.
I feel so. If I go on to the right side of my vertical asymptote, 1, 2, and 3. If I put 3 in there, I get 3 over uno. That is going to be thrice. 1, 2, thrice. If I put in 4, let's go 5. If I put in 5, I get 3 over 3, which is 1. And if I put in 10, I get 3 over 8. Yeah, buddy?
Yeah.
So,
So aren't they just mirrors of each other?
in this case, yeah. They're actually reflected across the line y equals x plus 2. Okay. Then it said we have to do our end behavior and our asymptotal behavior. Say, I say to you, what is my end behavior on the left side over here? As x is going to negative infinity. F of x is 0 from below. Let's go down here. We'll work our way around. As x approaches 2 from the left. My function is going to negative infinity. We'll go over here as x goes to infinity. F of x. 0 from above. And up here as x. What do you get? 2 from the right. F of x. Positive. I like. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Questions?
What's your favorite color?
I like blue. I like green. I like maroon. I like gold. 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 Yeah, buddy?
Do it again.
Do it again. Alright. So, what's my domain? Is this factorable?
Yes.
What does it factor to be?
X plus 1.
X minus 2 and x plus 1. Do we agree with that? Negative 2, positive 1 gives me negative 1x. Okay, yeah, I go with that. So I would go here with h of x. I would write it in factored form. Didn't really change anything. Okay, if you didn't do that, that's fine. No big deal. What is my domain now? All real numbers. X cannot equal 2 or negative 1. So that means that I've got a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 1 and x equals 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ha! equals 0. F of 0. Top. 0. Bottom. -2. 0 divided by -2 is 0. That tells me that my x-intercept, my y-intercept is 0, 0. Numerator. Set it equal to 0. That tells me that my x-intercept is 0, 0. So that's a halvesies. Okay. Other points. 1, 2, let's go with 3. If I put 3 in there, I got 3 on top. And 9 minus 3 minus 2 is 4. Right?
Yeah.
3 squared is 9. Minus 3 is 6. Minus 2 is 4. Okay. Let's go with 10. That gives me 10 over 88. -2 would be -2 over 4, right? Because then minus -2 is like +2. So that's 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's going to be -1/2. -10. Would be -10 over 108. Yeah? Now the middle. One. -1/2. Is that enough? Need one more, right? Okay. Because we got to know what doing in between the x-intercept and the vertical asymptote. Right? So give me a number between my x-intercept of the origin and my vertical asymptote of x equals -1. -1/2. That's going to be -1/2. And really, all I'm looking for here is positive, negative, right? Yeah. Okay? If it's positive, it's going to cross and go up. If it's negative, it's going to come up and kiss and turn back and go down. Right? So, a negative number squared is a positive, and it's going to be a fraction, right? plus a fraction minus 2. Positive or negative? 1/4 minus negative 1/2 is 3/4. 3/4 minus 2 is negative, right? Negative 5/4. 1/2, negative 1/2 divided by negative 5/4. What is it? It's going to be positive. Okay? It's going to be positive. I don't even care what it is. I don't even care the fact that it's actually 2/5. Okay? I just care that it's positive. Okay? So my graph is going to look like there. There. And there. Right? Alright, so just for you, Stitch, as x goes to negative infinity, what is h of x going to? What? 0 from above? As we're going to a negative infinity?
Oh, negative infinity, sorry.
0 from below. I know I mixed it up. I went negative first. Positive infinity, what's h of x going to? 0 from above. Then we've got two asymptotes. As x approaches negative 1 from the left, what's h of x doing? And as x approaches negative 1 from the right, what's h of x doing? Left side, negative infinity. Right side, positive infinity. Then we've got as x approaches 2 from the left, what's our function doing? And as it's approaching 2 from the right, what's our function doing? 2 from the left, negative infinity. 2 from the right, positive infinity. Okay? You should be working on homework packet A. That homework packet is due on Thursday of this week. Also, this week, tomorrow, you have a formative assessment, the second half of class, and a quiz on Thursday.
You're not going to form it on Friday.
It doesn't fit.